everybody, and welcome to the Sam and Ming Show, the S&M show on the SModcast Internet Radio Network, broadcasting from the home of the comic book men. Jay and Silent Bob, Secret Stash. My name is Ming Chen. Sitting across from me in the purple headphones, she is back. Samantha Q, everybody. Samantha Quintas. Hello. Woo!
Woo!
Hello.
What's
Samantha
up?
Q.
What's up?
How are you?
Good. I feel like I can't hear myself, but then I remember I have a hat on under my headphones.
Oh, all right. Little pad, sound protection.
Yeah, a little sound protection.
I tend to yell.
Yeah, you do.
I tend to yell. I get overexcited.
Hello,
Those guys made fun of me. We used to do a hockey podcast called Puck Nuts.
Yeah.
And the first 5 episodes, Walt kind of led the podcast.
Yeah.
And then he didn't want to do it anymore. And you know,
that's like so Walt.
I wish I had it here. You should hear the very first episode. It was like, "Hello, welcome to Puck Nuts. This hockey podcast is for fans of the Devils and hockey." And it was, it sounded like he had a gun to his head, and they were forcing him to say words off a script.
They were like teleprompting him.
Yeah, shoot, I'll see if I can find it later. It's pretty funny. And then by episode 5, he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I was like, all right, I'll do it. I never led a podcast before, or you know, they would call me down from Tell 'em Steve. They would make fun of me.
Aww.
And then, you know, as you know, which continues to this day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and it's just an ongoing tradition of making fun of you.
That hasn't stopped.
Yes.
And then I ended up co-hosting Puck Nuts with Sunday Jeff and Walt and Brian.
Yeah.
But actually, like, leading and like pressing buttons and like that was my first time. I was like, well, this is a sports podcast. Let's make it sound a little more exciting.
And then you had the brilliant idea to just podcast everything in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why not?
Why not?
Why not? My life is pretty exciting right now.
I mean, yeah.
My life is pretty exciting. Your life, I find it someone else with an exciting life. Bam.
Yeah, I mean, my life's kind of always either very, very good, exciting, or very bad.
Yeah.
I feel like I either have like a ton of good shit going on, or like a ton of bad shit. Like there actually is no in between in my life.
No, it's very much.
I mean, like I guess it's my personality. Like I am
very you.
I am bipolar, so like
it's very you.
Like I guess my life just kind of became bipolar.
Yes.
Like I don't know. Like it's just I have like these manic highs and manic lows, and so does my life.
Yeah, well, that would make sense.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it does.
I like the Happy Sam better.
Yeah, I like the Happy Sam better too.
I don't.
But like, I mean, you know, like 2 weeks ago, I had all this like really, really bad shit happening. Like my fucking car was hit in the middle of the night, and I had like a urinary tract infection, and I just like I had like a fucking insurance thing going. That sounds like a scam. My insurance company is like a bunch of dickheads. So like I had all this bad stuff, and I remember like sitting there, and I have this philosophy in life, and I told you this with the 5 lights on the way to my college. Mm-hmm. I told you that story, right? Yeah. The 5 lights on the way to my college.
Yeah, if you make it through, it's going to be a bad day.
It's going to be a bad day because I used up all my good luck. So, like, I knew that this year is going to have to rock because I used my bad luck in the 2 weeks that started it.
No, I believe in that.
So, like, it's funny, too, because my boyfriend is like, you're such a deeply, like, you always look at the negative side of life. He goes, but I don't actually think that it's that. He's like, I think you just have a very awkward way of looking at optimism. Like, you only see optimism through the scope of pessimistic things.
Yes.
Because, like, I'm rating my good year on the fact that it's been terrible so far.
No, I know another guy who does that. He's very pessimistic. Actually, his life revolves around pessimism. He is the definition of pessimism. His name's Walter Flanagan.
I was going to say, that sounds like Walt, you know, grumpy old...
Even more than you.
Is that, like, my future in a few years? Like
no, I don't know.
I'm
no.
I think fucking
I think,
grumpy as shit.
No, I think he's always been like that. Like, you know, he's just always been like that. So it's cool. It's cool. So good morning, everybody. You reminded me this morning.
Well, my time hop reminded me this morning.
Oh, okay. So it was a social media thing.
Yeah, I looked on social media and it was like podcasting with Ming Chen was one of the most fun things I've done recently.
Really?
I was like, wow.
That's pretty sad.
I was like, ooh,
like, oh, geez.
Fucking depressing life there.
And then your life went to shit again.
Like, yeah. I was just like, man,
your life went to
I'm going to go
again.
slice my wrists open in the kitchen and bleed out because that is terrible news.
It is.
Yeah.
But I should have remembered as well. Me, of all people, should remember it as well.
Yeah, fuck you.
That we started our
on
first
the 20th.
podcast, January 20th, 2014.
Yes. Happy anniversary.
A day that will forever live in history.
Infamy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember you came in here. Well, me and Mike skipped a week.
Yes.
I can't remember why. And I was like, well, I don't want to. I want to do a makeup episode.
And in the true spirit that is Ming Chen, easily replacing people because he has no loyalty, he replaced Mike Zapsik on a show with me.
Yeah, and many men rejoiced.
And
in podcast,
and many people hated me. But more people hated you, so that's fine. Yeah. I mean, like, as long as more people hate you than they hate me, then I'm like actually fine with those odds in life.
That also continues to this day. There's nothing wrong with that. I think you've won over many hearts. I think the Tell 'em Steve Dave Christmas episode definitely helped. Sure. Because I think like Tell 'em Steve Dave ants actually realized that I'm willing to drive the nail in your coffin. Yeah. when I could have, this girl's pretty okay.
When I could have given you points, I just completely like bulldozed over you.
You weren't the only one. The other two idiots sitting to your left and right were. Yeah, but
I was like your judge. You picked me. You picked me, and I picked Tell 'em Steve Dave.
I fucked up. I fucked up.
You'll fuck up again next year.
And this year. So.
Yeah. True. It is 2015.
There is no shortage of that.
Actually, yeah.
Yes. So happy 1 year.
Happy 1 year.
Podiversary.
It
is a momentous occasion.
It is.
Do you know what percentage of podcasts don't even make it to the first year?
Most of them.
83%.
Really?
I made that number up.
I was going to say, it scares me that you actually might know that.
I don't know if that's a true I mean, you could measure that.
Yeah.
By just looking at listings and seeing when the last episode was broadcast. Yeah. A lot of them stop after like 5 or 6.
A lot of them stop after 1 because who the fuck wants to listen to that shit? Like some guy in his basement in his fucking underwear, like talking about, I don't even know.
Star Wars?
Like fucking Star Wars, like conspiracy theories. Like I don't even, lost conspiracy theories. Like, I mean, shit, that's like my sister and her fiance in a few years.
I wonder how many of those there are. I bet you there are a whole bunch of them.
Although, to be fair, like I did read an article. It was like 36 things that you didn't realize about Breaking Bad that will blow your mind.
Okay. Did any of them blow your mind?
By 6, I was like completely fucking like my brain had erupted.
Do you remember?
But like by fucking, it was something with like the name breakdown and, you know, like it broke down. It was just crazy. By 6, my brain had exploded. By like 38, It was literally seeping out of my ears. It was such a brilliant, like.
Was this one of those are you?
Yeah. It was like a BuzzFeed. And I was just like, usually I click on, I'm like, this is going to like suck. And like, it was so good. I can't even. And I can't even find the link. Like I tried and I couldn't even find it.
All right, we'll find it. Was this prompted by the Breaking Bad marathon that I've been running every Monday night?
No, it wasn't. I actually haven't watched any of them.
Oh. Like ever?
No. I watched the show. Yeah, okay. I watched the show. I actually started watching the show probably the second to last season.
Yeah.
I started watching it with like a guy that I was like dating.
Okay. So good.
Scumbag I dated. And you know, I just kind of like, it was one of those shows that I didn't actually know what was going on because I like caught in so late, but it wasn't actually hard to figure it out.
No.
So like, I mean, I kind of missed all the fun stuff in the beginning, like all the background stories, but I kind of like arrived for the like, you know, I'm Heisenberg. You know, like, I mean, like, yeah, like I was there for the end when all like, when he went like fucking batshit crazy, like when he went fucking cray, like that's all. You know,
he did.
Yeah, I just remember like there
good time to jump in.
There were like numerous episodes that the episode ended and my like jaw was on the ground.
Yeah,
I was like just kind of slobbering.
One of the best TV shows ever, on one of the best networks ever.
I would put it in my top 10. I don't know if I put it in my top 5.
What would be number 1
for my favorite TV show?
Yeah,
Eureka.
Oh, okay.
Eureka, Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, okay. You're that's a good company.
Yeah, no, Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar's good. Breaking Bad though.
Lost, I would say, is up there. Although I did read an article about Lost the other day. I read a lot of articles.
Sure, we all read the same article or the same quote.
What quote?
The one where they talked to one of the writers. He was like, "Oh yeah,
we just made shit up.
We were just making shit up."
And you know what? It's funny too because I don't actually necessarily believe that.
I believe it.
I think that they did have like a penciled in outline of where they wanted to go.
They had a rough outline, but
I really do feel like holy shit, like that. It was just like a shit show. The entire thing. The River's on my top 5.
The River.
All 8 episodes of it.
Yeah, I know. You love The River.
And the fucking heartbreaking, never getting renewed.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, if you're a Lost fan, they talked to one of the writers like a week ago, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we would just make up shit without that. And
like
we
polar
would never,
bears.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
And we
it was
would
just
never
like,
explain where they came from, and we would never end it. And
it was just like we tried to come up with the most random fucking shit.
Yeah,
and that was it.
And that was it. And people were like, "Oh my god, why was that there?" They'll explain. Usually, they explain it on a TV show. Why everything happens, why there's a big giant concrete foot in the middle of the ocean.
Well, I feel like they did. I know that one they never explained.
Like
I feel like they explained like a lot. I mean, the polar bears, like obviously the polar bears came from the Dharma Initiative Zoo. So like I feel like they did like some of the random shit, but like why the kid had like a comic book with like a polar bear and suddenly there was a polar bear and why there was there was even a zoo. Yes. Like they didn't explain it all, but I don't know. I feel like they explained enough.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I guess.
Maybe.
I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, my favorite show is Comic Book Men.
Oh, well, by far. You know, you don't even have to say that.
Obviously,
you don't even have to say that. Yeah.
You know, you're hard up for TV shows. Like, okay, you know, I'm hard up for TV shows.
Oh, well, were you watching reruns?
No. Like, I'm hard up for new TV shows. Which, to be fair, Face Off on Sci-Fi did just start again. And I'm a huge fan of that show, but I've never actually watched it from the beginning. Like usually I catch it like 4 or 5 episodes in where they're actually kind of a little bit better. Like,
oh sure, yeah, they find their footing. Yeah,
their first makeups. Like I was watching, I was like, "Ooh, this season's gonna suck. I don't know if I want to watch this." Right. And Alex was just like, "We've never watched it this early. Like, calm down." But yeah, I was like hyperventilating. I'm like, "There's gonna be no one good."
Yeah.
You know, like you're hard up for TV shows, or I am when I'm like actually looking forward to Walking Dead starting again. And you know how much I like hate that show.
I know.
Or love that show.
The commercials look really cool, though.
I don't watch the commercials.
Really? They have these little spots where they're going through the woods in like slow mo.
Yeah. Oh, they're going through the woods? Oh my god, that's something new in the show.
In slow motion. Like you get slow motion Norman Reedus. It's cool.
Oh, they're going through the woods in slow-mo, so it takes them longer to go through the woods. And you see, awesome, because we haven't had that on the show.
You can see their breath, so winter's coming.
So Game of Thrones.
Yes.
That's another one that I hate that I'm looking really, really forward to.
So walking at 3 weeks. Comic Men 4 weeks.
Why?
They are usually we come back when Walking Dead does, but they're running the first episode of Better Call Saul after the Walking Dead.
Are you worried that Better Call Saul is going to replace you guys?
No, they're just putting on a different night.
Okay.
No, I'm not worried about. No, they're not putting. They ain't going to put Better Call Saul on midnight on Sunday.
I'm not worried about that show at all. I don't think it's going to make it out of the first season.
You said that. You were wrong. You care to make a gentleman's bet?
I care to make a gentleman's bet. Yeah, okay. I'm usually wrong on all my fucking long-term bets.
All right, let's make a gentleman's bet.
Okay.
All right, I say it lasts more than 1 year. And you say it doesn't. It's simple as that.
It's as simple as that.
Simple as that. All right. Winner buys the other one a lap dance at a gentleman's club.
Fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, Bob Odenkirk, don't disappoint me.
Dude, I'm totally getting a
Do I get to choose the dancer?
Yeah, you
So I can choose like the okay.
Yeah.
The one you totally hate.
Yeah. Yeah, you could choose.
The bitchy Russian.
Yeah. I'm going to get you like the man that's pretending to be a woman.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I guess
I could actually be.
I guess you get to choose a club too.
Yeah,
right?
I do get to choose the club. So fuck
shit.
you.
Are there any dude?
I'll find one.
Are there transvestite clubs around?
I'll find one.
Oh, great. All right. It looks like we're going to the city. Like we're in New York City.
I'm sure there's got to be one in Asbury Park.
You would think.
There's got to be one in Asbury Park.
You would think.
There's got to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You're on.
That's it.
You're on. I hope Bob Odenkirk, don't let me down.
You're gonna have a little dick in your face.
Don't let me down, or a big dick apparently, or no dick.
Yeah.
Or no, sounds like I'm definitely getting a dick in the face.
You're getting a dick in the face.
It definitely sounds like I'm getting a dick in the face.
Yep.
So I forgot I had something here for you. Off our 1 year anniversary.
A dick in the face reminds you that you have something for me?
Yes,
This is
I do.
Actually terrifying.
Look, this is framed. These are the bullet points from our very first episode.
Oh my god! Throw it. Just I can catch. Oh my god!
There's an inscription on there that says, to many more years of mild inappropriateness.
I love it.
I think I spelled inappropriateness wrong, but
it's got a few extra letters than it needs to.
I think so, but English
is not your first language.
Not my first language.
Oh my god. Yeah, we drank some Vincent Van Gogh espresso vodka.
Dude, I still have it in my office. I should have brought it down.
We should have brought it down. What were we thinking? How we met?
We can go get a drink later. or something.
Actually, as soon as we leave here, I have to run over to Lucky Clover.
Okay.
I'm shopping
the girly store.
The girly store, yeah. I'm shopping for my sister's her wedding. Obviously, we've talked about this. She's getting married on a Wednesday.
Okay. Does she want to get married before she starts a show, maybe, or why that? Why April?
She wants to get married because the date is a lost number.
What's the lost number?
040815. It's like 0408. Whatever it is. So
wait, what are the 4, 8, 15, 16, 23
32, something like that. 64. I have no fucking idea.
Like, seriously?
Yeah, I have no idea. I can't even.
You know those numbers are bullshit too, right? You really made that shit up.
No, like I'm actually gonna put that in my little maid of honor speech. Like I'm gonna actually quote the lost guy that like said that the show was bollocks, basically. So they're getting married on a Wednesday.
All right, tell me you're not gonna close the maid of honor speech. I'm glad you guys found your constants.
Ooh, that's like a really good idea. Thanks
come on.
Thanks.
You can have that. You can have that one. That's yours.
Thanks.
That is yours.
Thanks. I actually came up with like really cute because I'm gonna do like the pictures for the wedding.
Yeah.
And I actually came up with like a lot of cute like lost references and hidden pictures, and I told her all of them, and she's like, "Oh my god, you really do love me," and I was like, "No, I love Lost." I was just really bored last night. So I need to find a maid of honor dress. I can wear whatever I want. So I need either a girl's opinion or a gay man. So I think that you should come dress shopping with me.
I'm coming dress shopping with you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, usually one of my associates at my job comes with me. She's a girl. She's like, but in the absence of her, I need like a gay man or a female. And you are actually kind of close to one of those to me.
I'm neither, but close. Sure. I mean, if if I'm the next best thing, absolutely.
So,
yes.
Here's to being my
right.
female.
And plus, I want to creep on you in the dressing room. So yeah,
they have doors. They'll be locked.
I'm like, is everything okay in there? Or are you going to be like, will you get me a size 4?
Size 4?
Yeah.
Shit. Size 2.
Okay. All right. Will you give me a 00? It's like, yes.
Yes.
All right. Sure. Yeah. I'll go.
Awesome. I just like, I mean, like, it's April, so I'm not sure of the weather. So, like, I'm not necessarily buying the dress yet, but like.
Indoor daytime wedding?
It's an outdoor in a park.
Outdoor in a park in New Jersey.
Yes, Homedale Park.
Okay,
which is funny too because like it's right down the road from me, and I was like, "What?" Her fiance, he grew up in this area,
yeah.
So they're getting married there because there's like a nice little area. There's like a little enclosure, and so I was just like, "Oh, sweet! Like I don't have to drive far for my sister's wedding." And like Alex, of course, was like, "That's what you're thinking? Like you don't have to drive far for your sister's wedding? Like you're a bitch."
It's a cool park. There's a body of water.
Yeah, so I mean, like it'll.
Although, like in the upper left, or I
used to run there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Are joggers gonna come by like?
I used to run there. You got to.
Congratulations.
What's the phrase that they
bowl.
use? The bowl. But
the
what
bowl.
did Tony use something when they used to run there? They used to like. It wasn't burn the bowl. It was.
Oh, okay. Like kill the bowl.
Something like that. Yeah.
Eat the bowl, or I don't know.
Something.
Yeah. Yeah, so there will be joggers going by. Hopefully not through the ceremony. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
And up in the upper left, there's like a little raised playground that we could.
Yeah. So I don't know where they're doing it. If they're doing it by the lake.
Okay. Lake is cool.
Because there's that little enclosure there, or if they're doing it up on the raised part, because there's a little like kind of enclosure there too.
Yeah.
So I know it's only going to be like very few people. It's just going to be a tiny ceremony and like a little picnic.
That's cool.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
I've already started writing my speech.
Oh, good. I just helped you write it.
I don't even know.
Do you want me to write it for you?
Maybe. I don't even know if we give speeches because it's like only going to be like our family. But like, I mean, like shit. I'm like her maid of honor. Like I'm giving a fucking speech. I've had like 3 engagements to ponder a maid of honor speech, so I really want to deliver on this. That's actually how I'm going to start it. I've had 3 engagements worth of time.
What are you talking about?
She's been engaged twice before.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's been engaged twice, never married.
What happened the other 2 times? Guy turned out to be an asshole.
No, the first time she left the guy for the second guy.
Oh.
And the second time he left her because he was an idiot.
Oh. Okay.
And she was crazy. But regardless.
Wow.
So yeah. So I've had a long time to think about being a maid of honor.
Yes.
So I'm going to add that in there. I'm going to kind of do like her greatest worst hits kind of thing.
All right. Now being engaged 3 times, that's obviously traumatic on the emotions.
Yeah.
But how was it on you? Like, were you?
Well, I hated the second guy. So when they broke up, like that was,
yes.
Yeah, like it was like a silent, like, yes, even though my sister was like dying inside, I was like super happy. I mean, everyone in my family was super happy. No one liked him. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I guess I always liked the guy she's with now. Like, they dated a few years ago. I always liked him.
Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily like him enough to be my brother-in-law, but, you know.
Well, you better figure that out.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I think he needs a little more personality.
You better figure that out.
Hey, you know what? If they're
he doesn't have enough personality? All right. He might listen to this.
That probably not.
Really? Oh, okay. That he's not. Yeah.
Not enough personality to listen.
Shoot, man! If he doesn't listen to this show, he's out. He's out in my book.
So yeah,
you're dead to me.
Yeah, so
S&M show. That's it.
So needless to say, I have to go get a dress.
Okay.
And plan a speech. I also have to plan her bachelorette party, which since she's all knocked up, we're just doing like a spa day.
Oh, that's it. No. All right. No penises on the face.
No penises. I'm actually reserving penises on the face for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, I'll take the penis straws. Penis on the face.
Yeah.
Penis.
Penis. Hashtag penis.
All right. Spa day. So nothing crazy.
Yeah. No, it's nothing
crazy. I like the crazy bachelor party.
Oh yeah. No, me and my sister are like not those people. I mean, maybe a few years ago I was, but.
Oh, you've calmed down since then?
Yeah.
You're not. I mean,
like, my sister's actually kind of stealing my wedding, like 4 people in a park. Like, that was my idea from the beginning, which she steals all my ideas, to be fair.
Flattery. She looks up to you or down to you, or wait, she's older, right?
She's older than me.
So she still looks up to you.
Yeah. But she's kind of stolen but I mean, like, I'm going to like totally class up my tiny wedding. Like, hers is going to be like boring.
I'm trying to remember where the hell I was somewhere where there were bachelor parties everywhere. I can't remember where the hell I was. Was I in LA or?
Well, I was just saying.
Oh, it was New Orleans.
Okay,
New Orleans.
yeah.
New Orleans, yeah.
Everyone goes there. There was a few months ago, because it was like warmer weather, so it had to be like late summer, early fall.
Yeah.
Alex and I went next door to Surf Taco, and we were eating at the bench, like at the bar window kind of area, and like these girls walk in like dresses, and they had like this like shopping bag with them. They like park themselves next to us and start flirting with my boyfriend, which I was just like, are you fucking serious? They were like drunk as hell, and like they just whip out beers in the middle of Surf Taco. They're like to him, do you want one? Like, you should come like drink with us.
Like, no thank you, I'm gluten free.
and I was just like we like finished our meal and left, and like I was just like, can they have beer in Surf Taco?
Here's the deal about New Jersey. The liquor laws are very limited, so most of the restaurants you can bring your own in. But
like, I don't think like Surf Taco's a BYOB place.
No, even then it's somewhat restricted. I think you have to be at a restaurant where they serve you.
Yeah.
Not
so they're like whipping these beers out, and I'm just like, can we get away from these fucking train wrecks before like? And it was funny too because they were all like ugly and like kind of hairy looking, and like I just like looked at my boyfriend. I was like, don't you even fucking dare. He's like, can't I just like flirt with them to like play along for a little bit?
Yeah, come on, man.
And I was just like, I was like, no. If it was like a hot chick, maybe, because there's like a chance in that, but like, no, we're not bringing ugly chicks home.
No. Yeah, come on. It's fun. Like, it's fun messing with them.
I don't bring ugly chicks home.
No, neither do I. So.
Well, I don't think you should bring any chicks home.
I don't podcast with them either.
I don't think you should bring any chicks
you should feel
home.
flattered right now. I got standards. I got standards. So you know what? I'm going to go over and ask officially what the stance is.
Well, because I mean, like, I know that we've drank beer at Surf Taco,
but private party. Though.
Yeah, that's for your parties.
Private party.
Yeah,
private party.
Yeah, I don't
and,
think.
And it's for me.
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Actually, speaking of private parties, our friend Joe over at Gotham hooked me up this weekend.
Yes.
I had Kevin had an event here, which we'll talk about in a second, and had a bunch of fans here. So we had a group of 20.
Thanks for inviting me.
I did invite you.
I'm kidding.
I totally invited. I'm
kidding.
And they're like, well, where should we eat? I'm like, well, let's go over to Gotham. Let's go get drunk there. Let's go eat. And it was Saturday night though, so it gets kind of crowded over there. But I texted my man Joe.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey man, I got a group of 20 coming that want to come by. Is there any way we get some tables or make some space? He's like, oh yeah, no problem. I'll move you that upstairs room that you saw. Move you guys upstairs. Set up some tables there. You guys will be up there. So they all got it there ahead of me. And so I got there and I went up and sure enough, they had it all set up for us. Not only that, they had it roped off.
So you had like a private party at Gotham.
They had it roped out and it was...
You are like Batman.
Yeah, I'm Batman.
Actually, no. You're like Asian.
Which was crazy. Like, I from my even before the show. Well, yeah, before the show, even after the show, like people don't rope shit off for me.
Oh yeah.
But Joe roped this whole section off for me, and the place was pretty packed. It was only 7:30, but I'm walking up, and I'm like, oh, it's roped off, and I'm about to step over to the rope and say hi to my friends, and then I see people I know, and they're like, oh, what's this? What the hell is this?
There you go.
Oh, special treatment now, huh?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, I do still have to get there. I just like haven't.
Anytime you want to go, well,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and it couldn't have been better. Couldn't have been better. We had a great time.
I'm trying to think what I'm doing today.
We had a great time. Get food, booze. I didn't look at their beer list. They have a lot of damn good beers on tap there.
Yeah, well, when they're like a bourbon and whiskey bar, like who needs to look at beers?
Right, but not everyone drinks bourbon and whiskey.
They
straight up liquor.
They like posted the menu of like the bourbon and whiskey selection. I was just like, I don't even know what any of this means. Like, I don't even know.
I can guide you through some of this.
Like, I don't even know.
I don't know if you drink. I don't know if I've ever seen you drink hard liquor though.
Yeah.
Like Irish whiskey. I don't know. What do you drink? What's your hard liquor?
I usually drink Crown Royal.
Crown Royal? Oh, with that little like velvet bag, that little purple velvet bag.
Oh no, I usually just drink Crown Royal. I don't know why. Like I just remember actually on my 22nd birthday, I was like wasted. But at the end of the night, I've been doing Crown Royal shots all night. At the end of the night, I took like a shot of Crown Royal, and like I wasn't drunk. Like I wasn't like.
You just said you were.
No, but like I was like drunk, but not like drunk enough to not know what was going on. Like
drunk, but not sloppy drunk.
Yeah, like I could see what was going on. I was still like coherent. I could still talk, And I remember like I saw him pour it. Like the color was the right color, and I drank it, and it tasted like nothing.
Right.
I was just like, I remember putting the shots on. I was like, I'm done for the night. When it starts tasting like that, it's too many.
Right.
And it was just like it tasted like nothing. Like it just tasted like usually like when you drink hard liquor, like there's always like a, kind of.
Yeah. Yes.
If you're not used to drinking it.
I do that every time because I'm a girl.
Yeah, and I remember I took the shot and I just like I stood there and I was just like, nope, I'm done for the night. I'm done.
All right, but you had one for each year of your birth.
Like probably, yeah.
That was good. Oh, and not only did he wall off a section for us, he led these two girls up and he was like, Ming, this is Deanna, this is Anna. There will be your waitresses here in your section. I'm like, all right, thanks, bro.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Love that. Gotham was amazing. Yes, you have to go.
Yeah, no,
you have to go. You were invited for friends and family night.
Yes.
Couldn't go.
No.
And then I've invited you a couple times.
I've just been like super busy.
Well, I mean, you're
I'm like, my job currently, my job currently is kind of,
I completely understand.
Whittling me down to nothing, but that will not be the case for very much longer.
I understand. But anytime you want to go home,
yes.
I'm
like thinking too, like I have like a lunch date at 2:30 today, and then I like have nothing.
I think I got a lunch date too.
Yeah?
I believe so.
Are we lunch dating each other? No.
We should double lunch date.
It'd be so weird.
No, it wouldn't be that weird. No, it wouldn't be that weird.
Who's your lunch date?
Sally, our friend Sally. Do you know Sally?
Egyptian Sally? Yoga Sally? Yeah.
Yoga
Sally.
Yoga Sally, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, mine is Emma.
Oh, cool.
From work.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
All right. Double lunch date at the vegan restaurant.
Yeah, no,
can we get any more hipster than that?
We're actually going to Panera. The other day we were out, I don't know, me and her were just like hanging out, and she was just like, where can we go for lunch? I was like, can we go to Panera? And she's like, yeah. And I was just like, because my boyfriend's gluten-free, like there's never actually a reason to go to Panera Bread because he can't eat anything there.
Well, because everything's got bread in it.
Yeah, everything's got bread in it. So like, like fucking noodles or something in it. And he can't go there. But like when I dated my ex, when Tony and I were together, like shit, we would go to Panera like every other day because we love it. So like I've been going through like serious Panera withdrawals because like.
Not that great.
I fucking love Panera. Are you kidding? Because like I can't eat there in front of my boyfriend because he'll like.
His throat will close up and
he'll have like a terrible reaction to it. So needless to say, whenever Emma and I have lunch, we go to Panera so that I could like secretly cheat on my boyfriend with bread.
Yes. All right. All right. It's just Panera. I understand.
Throw as much wheat bread into my mouth as I can.
Yes. Can you kiss him like after eating a sandwich?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Although if he eats peanut butter, he does brush his teeth before he kisses me.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Yeah. I don't do that for him. Like it's just bread. Let's be serious.
It's still like I kill him.
It's just bread.
Like freaking Rogan shit. Like you can't kiss him.
So it's like bread.
You're like, oh god, no, nothing. Why? Why?
I know, on the floor.
Have fun at Panera. Like, I'll go to Panera if I want like a healthier option and I'm on the road.
Shit, I just love Panera.
What? Why is this? What is the turkey? What's so special about their
I don't
turkey
know.
sandwich?
And they have like they just. I've been eating this like Mediterranean flatbread. It's got like black bean hummus in it. It's like fucking delicious.
You know why they make flatbread? Is they're trying to cut costs, so they cut out. It's not just bread; it's just flatbread.
Well, that's fine. Less carbs.
And then they call it Mediterranean. They put the word Mediterranean in front of it.
Yeah, no, it's
and charge
delicious.
you like $8.99 for a sandwich.
That's fine. It's delicious.
All right. I mean,
I'm okay with
as
that.
far as chain restaurants go, Panera's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like that. What's the other one? Kosi?
Yes, Kosi. Yeah.
We don't have any around here. You
No,
have to go to the city to get it.
Yeah, city or they're based in the Midwest as well.
So the day we get a Kosi around here, I'm like fucking there.
Wow, man. You love those chain restaurants, huh? Mm-hmm. All right. Right on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you, how closely you follow me on social media.
I try not to.
Why?
I'm kidding.
They're all pictures of you, so I guess you don't have to.
It's actually true. Like,
I guess you don't have to.
If I want to look at myself, I could just, look at your
I guess
your
I don't
Twitter
have to.
feed.
Speaking of which, I'm going to post a photo of you right now. All right, look up.
I posted one before.
Smile. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. There's the Sam Q I know and love. And I posted a photo from this weekend. We got some prototypes sent up by a company called Diamond Select Toys. They make a line of figures called Mini Mates. They're little, like a little bigger than a Lego minifigure.
About your size.
About my size in real life. And they have licenses to pretty much everything. They're Lego Mini Mates. They're superhero Mini Mates. There's Jane Silent Bob and Buddy Christ Mini Mates.
And now, proudly introducing
the Comic Book Men Mini Mate. Yes.
I love it.
A couple months ago, someone came up with a brilliant idea to do a line of Mini Mates based on us, the Comic Book Men.
I love it. Now, I have a question.
Yes.
You have over here, or you used to have, somebody, I guess, sent you little Lego figures that they created for yours. And yours was like the body of like a child or something.
Yeah, it was to scale.
Yeah, it was to scale. Everyone else was like a normal like Lego person.
Yeah, it's
size.
up there on the top there.
Yours was higher. Do you think that person's like real fucking pissed that somebody is like taking their idea?
No. Her name is Liz. She's from Texas.
Okay. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Liz. And I don't think she's pissed. I'd
be like, fuck, man. Like, I came up with that idea. I sent them those first.
Yeah, and then our friend Henry also does a line of a lot of cool the SModco mini. He did the ones we put on the Christmas card.
Yeah,
and then I had Liz do the frame. She does her specialty is putting them in nice
looking frames. Yeah,
and I sent those to Kevin. He got those for Christmas.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the mini figure Lego, whatever, like that. Whole market is strong right now.
Yes, it is.
Pretty awesome.
Speaking,
I don't think they're maybe actually I think they both might be a little pissed. Like, fuck, man, I did this like 3 years ago.
Well, I was gonna say, speaking of Legos being huge right now, and obviously we're not going to talk about the Oscars this episode. We'll save that like next week. But
absolutely.
You having seen it, do you think the Lego Movie was snubbed for Best Animated Picture?
Absolutely, I do.
Box office better than any of them. 2 of the movies aren't even out yet.
Yes.
And I've never even heard of.
Yeah, I'm discrediting everything from this year based on that. Not only is it the best animated movie, I believe it could contend as best movie.
Okay. I've never seen it, so
I think, oh god, it's brilliant. I think it's a brilliant movie. I think the script.
I mean, I think right now it's very like topical.
Yeah.
Legos are big.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure because I remember like a few years ago, like it seemed like the Lego, franchise basically was kind of going under a little bit. Like they didn't really have much going on.
I think what happened
then like suddenly out of fucking nowhere, it's like Legos are in your face, like the dick that's going to be in your face in a few months.
I think that had to do with, they did a lot of brilliant licensing.
Yeah. They did the video games. Like, I fucking love those video games.
The video games was a genius movie.
Yeah, like, I love those. I play those video games, like, all the time. Like, I'm so not even ashamed to admit that Lego video games are my favorite video games.
Oh, they're great. They're fun. They're based on, beloved franchises.
Yeah, and they're, like, easy. Like, I'm the kind of person who, if it takes too long to do something, I'm not interested in it. So, like, A fucking Lego video game like is not that hard to beat.
I wanted. There were a couple times I wanted to throw my computer and or PlayStation out the window.
I fucking hate it. Like when you get all the little, they're like coins, but they're just really like the little Lego things, and you keep like you can't make the jump, and you keep falling, and you just watch your like coins.
Oh yeah, and they
explode.
fall out of your ass. Yeah,
I'm just like no,
they fall out of your ass.
No,
like, where did those
that
come
was
from?
my blue coin.
Yeah, it's like fuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
So definitely a snub for you.
Yes. Now, I imagine, they wouldn't put it in the best picture category because there's no like acting in it per se.
Yeah.
But there's a little live action at the end. But I think best picture is a combination of many things, of course. But first
to be fair, I always think Wes Anderson's film should be best picture.
Mm-hmm.
So when Fantastic Mr. Fox was nominated for best animated and not like best picture, I'm like, shit, that was like, to me, Fantastic Mr. Fox is like the best animated movie I've ever seen. Right. So, and that's like kind of
enormous snub.
Yeah.
Enormous. But something's going on.
I feel like, especially with the best picture and the best animated picture, best picture, they have the possibility to choose 10.
Yeah.
They extended it a few years ago because, they were just like, oh, well, we have too many films and we don't want to snub people.
It used to be 5, right?
Yeah, it used to be 5. They extended it to 10, but this year you only got 8. So there were actually movies that people like Selma felt that, it was snubbed, which I didn't think that was getting the nod at all.
Did you see it?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I just I know the type of movie that they usually pick.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the movie that they were going to pick.
That's sad too.
But personally me, I think Interstellar was the best picture nominee, and that didn't get it. So I want to know what, you snub, obviously, the best box office animated picture. Like that's like an obvious snub.
Right.
And then you take your best picture and you have an extended category for a reason. Like shit, even if you're not going to pick either of those two movies, you have those two categories, so you fill them so you don't get discredited for snubbing people. And they like blatantly left films out.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I would have asked Kevin about this. He's a member of the Academy.
Yes, he is.
I don't know if he's allowed to reveal what he voted. Well, I guess it doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
Wonder.
Well, no, because they haven't.
Oh, right. They haven't
picked the winners. So, like one person's vote is, can make a difference. That's what they tell you when you're registering.
And then overall, I don't know if he's allowed to even talk about it. I have no idea. I've never really asked him about it.
Yeah.
But, the best thing to come out of that, though, is you get the ballot, you get all the screeners, man.
Yeah.
You get to watch everything.
Yeah.
You have to leave the house.
So, strictly speaking, I was actually really just happy that the Grand Budapest made it to the nominee. Like Wes Anderson, there's no fucking way he's winning, but
has any of his movies got nominated for Best Picture?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think
could
so
be wrong. I'm like a firm. I go back and forth between The Life Aquatic and Grand Budapest as his best film.
They're
live action film. Like I said, Fantastic Mr. Fox was pretty much the most brilliant thing I ever saw. I liberally quote that movie daily. But after watching the Grand Budapest like time and time again, I'm just like, shit, it might not deserve the win, but it deserves, like he deserves the win. He has a consistency that like he's never going to get noticed for. So,
But yes, absolute snub. So
yeah, definitely a big snub for that one.
So I don't know. I'll pay attention to something else. I'm not really sure. Well, I was saying, if you look at the 5 pictures nominated for Best Visual Effects, those are the 5 movies I actually give a crap about this year. It's like Guardians, X-Men, Days of Future Past.
Yeah, like those are always the movies.
Interstellar.
Yeah, those are always the movies that like people actually like, and then the best picture of the movies that are like, man, these are like really great movies, but I got to be in the mood for something serious.
Yeah, But otherwise. I just don't give a crap. This year I don't give a crap anymore. That's based on that. But anyways, yes, I feel absolutely. Mark Costello, everybody. Good time fellow in the house.
I feel like
good time fellow.
I feel like this year I definitely, generally speaking, I only ever actually care about 2 categories, Best Picture and Best Score.
Yes.
This year I found I didn't even care about Best Picture. It was just Best Score, and I feel like I'm going to be let down. I feel it. I feel it in my bones that like I'm going to be so severely let down that like this year actually, if he doesn't win for the score that he should win for, I don't know if I'm going to be that receptive to the Academy Awards.
Prepared to be let down.
Yeah, like I feel like it's going to I mean, there's like the letdown in best original score for me. And then there's like the probable, like if the score that won the best Golden Globe score, if that score wins, like fuck the Oscars for the rest of my life.
Right.
If Alexander Desplat wins for either of the scores he's nominated for, like I'm disappointed, but I'm not like really depressed.
Okay.
If like Hans Zimmer wins, then like the Academy Awards will be golden in my eyes. Right. But
you're gonna be like upset, like visibly angry.
Yeah, no, I actually am.
You're gonna be angry.
Like this, I get very into which score should win.
You're gonna go Mike Zapsik.
Like I get very into which score should win, but like
yes,
this year there's like an obvious choice. Like there
are no obvious choices when it comes to the things like this.
No, I know, but like this year, like when you listen to them,
Hollywood does not make the obvious choice, which is why there's so much shit being put out.
Like when you listen to them, there's like a fucking obvious win right there.
Obviously,
and if it doesn't win, like I got some questions about it. He hasn't won since The Lion King. This is the best thing he's ever done.
This gonna be the biggest
letdown of my fucking life.
Be the biggest what the fuck since Pia Zadora.
Yeah.
One.
I mean, like I said, I have all this bad luck that happens, so good things are trickling in now.
Right.
Starting this past Sunday.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, just prepare yourself.
I know. I'm preparing myself for like the fucking.
That may be the only thing I watch the Oscars for too. Yeah. Best score. I don't really care about anything else.
You know. I like their speech. I like their dresses. I like their speeches.
Yeah, but you can see the dresses before the show.
Yep, that's generally.
The speeches are hit or miss.
Yeah. Generally speaking, I like the speeches of people I care about, but then they'll get like, best foreign language film. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go do something in the kitchen for the next 20 minutes.
I gotta go take a dump.
Yeah, like I can't even.
Yes.
So. Legos,
Mini-Mates. So basically, comic. So I have my own action figure.
You have your own action figure.
Which is crazy.
Oh my God.
It's messed up.
Do you just like look at it all day?
I stared at it. I took a selfie with it.
I know you did.
Yeah,
I think what you actually should do is you should carry it around, and when you take a selfie, it should always be in your selfie.
Okay.
So like, if you like poise him on your shoulder,
right.
If maybe when you're doing like one of your million headstands, like he's sitting in front of you.
Okay.
Like, I think that should be your new thing.
Okay,
like,
we'll do a whole
Ming and his mini Ming.
We'll do a whole series.
Yeah, mini Ming.
Mini Ming, mini mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mini Ming mate.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So that's pretty crazy. So yeah, they're not here. I had to send them back, but they sent us prototypes, and it looks pretty damn good. I'm excited to see the packaging though.
Yeah,
packaging should be a lot of fun. So they're working on getting those out before we come back on February 15th.
Oh wow! That's
which if you haven't heard, we're coming back on February 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the new poster image?
I did.
They put out with it's the tagline is the heroes of superheroes. It's all 5 of us on a red carpet with a step and repeat backdrop. And what appears to be masked superheroes as paparazzi taking our pictures.
Yes.
It's a pretty cool concept, I thought.
Totally unrealistic, but definitely.
What, like us on a...
because Batman's going to take time out of his busy kicking ass schedule to take some photos of you. Like, let's be serious, bro. Let's be serious.
If Batman existed, yes, I believe he would.
You mean Batman doesn't exist?
I suppose, ironically enough, all 5 of us have never been on a red carpet together for anything.
There you go. Well, I mean, there's always a first,
I suppose.
Maybe in the future, one day, maybe. Dude, if you ever get invited to the Academy Awards, like, I love your wife, but you got to bring me.
Okay.
Like, you got to bring me.
All right.
So that I could like leave you and like run away with.
Do we have to go dress shopping again?
Yeah, well, you're gonna need a nice Armani dress, or little.
I'm gonna need an Armani dress.
Yeah,
oh no,
you're gonna need some pumps.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to like wear that Jennifer Lopez number.
Armani, no, man, I'm going to freaking Gucci, Chanel.
I will say that like
Alexander Wang.
Strictly speaking, I did like for the Golden Globes, Kevin Hart. He had like a tux, and it was like lined with white on the lapel.
Oh yeah. It was piping,
Yeah, I was just like, man, only a black man could rock that. And Johnny Depp.
Pretty racist.
Mike Zapsik could rock
Fuck
that.
yeah, it's pretty racist.
Mike Zapsik could rock that too.
Yeah, so.
I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen Mike in a suit. Even apparently Flanagan's worn a suit, and I can't picture it.
Did it have a devil's insignia on it somewhere?
I don't believe so. Yeah, he wore a hoodie.
Yeah,
like it was a hoodie suit.
It was like a hoodie, like
with the lapels and
you got to make one of those for him.
Yes,
for fancy hockey viewing.
I remember I drove him to it was the Impractical Jokers season 2 premiere party.
Yeah.
And I put on a jacket, I put on a nice shirt, and I drove Walt up. And it took us like a little over an hour to get there. And then I got out of the car, and he looked at me. He was like, "Were we supposed to get dressed up for this?" And I'm like, "No, dude, it's Quinn's event. Like, you can if you want to. I chose that option.
Yeah.
I usually choose that option, but no, to get dressed up." And I'm like, "Would you have dressed up? Like, I've never. Do you even own like a suit or anything?" He's like, "Yeah, man. Like,
it's like a devil suit."
Yeah, I couldn't picture it, but he's like, "Yeah, I've worn suits because my wife makes me when we go to weddings." I'm like, "Oh, okay." All right, like I wasn't at his wedding. I couldn't even picture him in a suit at his own wedding. I've never seen photos, but I guess he was. You know who the best man at his wedding was?
Kevin?
Brian.
Oh.
And there's an infamous story where he had to give the speech, much like you have to give a maid of honor speech.
Apparently, we're not coming over live.
Yeah, I texted Wilkins and I didn't hear from him.
Probably sleeping.
He shouldn't be sleeping. That dude's up at like 5:30, man.
It's so weird.
I know.
Go to sleep, bro.
If I tweet at him, he can put us in whenever though.
Yeah.
So, but what the hell was it? Oh, yeah, suits and weddings and yes. So I dressed up for the Impractical Jokers thing.
Okay.
And I don't know why he even looked at me. I don't think he was nervous or anything.
Yeah.
It was just,
You just saw it and was just like, oh.
Yeah. Even though we went to the Cop-Out premiere.
Yeah.
Him and Sonny Jeff were wearing like Devil's hoodies. Yeah,
it's like a Walt thing, though.
Yeah.
It's like the way it is.
It would be weird. I saw him in, and I can't remember the last time I saw this. This past weekend, he's wearing jeans. He's wearing denim. And I was
going to say, usually he wears those
the
pants.
track pants.
Yeah.
The stripy pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was even, I met a female cosplayer in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Cosplayed as Walt. And
I loved that.
Everything down to the Adidas pants with the 3 stripes. But she girlied it up. They were like
tight leggings.
They were tight leggings and they were cropped.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. It was so
that picture
was so brilliant. It made me so happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, you had a good weekend.
I had a great weekend.
Yeah.
Very busy though. I'm so beat.
Yeah.
But do we start at the beginning? Well, we did a whole thing. We called Tusk Day in Red Bank.
Yep.
Where the Tusk DVD was just released. So we're like, let's have an event.
Yeah.
Have a one-day event.
So now the street hockey you did on Saturday, that was kind of like in promotion of Tusk Day.
It wasn't really in promotion. Whenever we do an event down here,
you do a street hockey thing.
We'll play street hockey because a lot of the guys who come down are fans, and
Yeah.
And we've played hockey together in the past.
Yeah.
So we'll go up, we'll rent out a rink, indoor rink, we'll play street hockey.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. I literally have not played. Last time we did this was almost 2 years ago, April 2013.
Okay.
And so that means I'm 2 years older.
Yeah.
2 years slower.
Exactly.
And we literally will rent the rink from like 12 to 5. We'll play for 5 hours.
So now,
yes.
In the interest of setting up my anger later.
Okay.
So now, my ex-boyfriend, who I dated for 5 years,
Yes.
he plays hockey.
Plays hockey.
But he is my ex-boyfriend.
Yes.
He plays hockey.
Yes.
You invited him to play, which is fine.
We always invite. He's played with us before.
You always invite him to play. I just love like sometimes your text messages like out of nowhere. After the day, blah, blah, blah. You sent me a text message like, man, I just love watching Tony play hockey.
I do. No, wait, hold on. It's not like.
And I'm like looking at my phone. I'm like, I don't even know what to say about this. Like, this is.
You don't have to say anything.
I was just like, this is one of my best friends, probably arguably my best friend, texting me about how he loves watching my ex-boyfriend play hockey.
Hold on.
I'm just like, uh-huh.
Hold on. Now, first of all, you and your ex are still friends. You're on friendly terms.
Yes, we're very friendly terms, actually.
Okay. 2, this person, he's amazing. He's very good at hockey.
He actually, he's
very, very good at hockey.
That's actually how him and I met.
Hockey?
I was dating somebody on his hockey team.
And he's like, you suck. This guy's really.
Well, I mean, Mike was actually fantastic. Mike was a really great hockey player, and Mike actually kind of had to step over Tony because Tony doesn't ice hockey.
Right.
Mike is like fantastic. Like when I used to watch Mike play, I used to be amazed at why he never actually continued. But we went to a high school that didn't have like an ice hockey team, so he used to drive down to Wall to go play ice hockey on a team. But like he couldn't do that all the time, and that kind of limited any
Stunted
chance
his development.
Exactly. But I mean, like he's fantastic. Tony like even Mike and all his amazingness, like Tony, when you're watching him play roller hockey, like he's like a force to be reckoned with. He's great. So Mike and I eventually broke up, you know, and Tony and I kind of ran into each other in a bar a few months later. I was just like, oh my God, like I remember you from watching you play hockey. So that actually, ironically enough, that is the way we met.
Yeah.
Watching him play hockey. But no, he is a fantastic player. Like when he's playing, he's like the equivalent of like watching like a major league, you know, like Sidney Crosby, the way Sidney Crosby plays, you know, your eyes always travel to him no matter who's on the team.
Yes. Now, last president, you know, I mean, we're playing pickup street hockey. There's a bunch of guys. Most of us are old and fat.
Yeah.
Tony's
like young and thin.
They're at different skill levels,
obviously.
But see, he was the Sidney of that game. So it really is fun watching. Because he's got moves. He can stick handle.
Yeah.
Like he plays like every day. So and like I had not touched a stick in 2 years. Yeah. But my advantage is
he's like the MVP of the league he plays in. Too. Like he like constantly like every now and then when we're talking, I'll be like, oh, how's hockey going? And he'll be like, oh, I'm the MVP. I'm like, that's like not shocking to me. Like it's not news.
Yeah.
You know.
So usually, you know, we do the whole thing with those sticks in the middle of the rink, and then you know that's how we pick teams. You throw a stick to each end. So I wound up on his team, and we played. And the first game, I believe it was a close one. Despite our skill levels, the games end up tending to be pretty close. We end up winning 4-3. Played 3 10-minute periods, no stop time, and so we ended up winning 4-3. Tony scored all 4 of those goals. He scored all 4. I had some good shots, but I couldn't put them in. Jesus now on the opposing team, we actually had a female goalie. I'd never met her before. She's from Canada.
Yeah.
And I liked her immediately. She was wearing an Ellie Ming's jersey. And I introduced
her. Clearly, she played at your vanities.
Her name is Suzanne. I found out later she plays 12 games a week. 12.
Holy shit! And she's always the goalie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she loves playing goalie, and I was.
She probably got more balls than Bobby Lowe.
She had more balls than any of us on that rink, my friend. So, and I got to shoot against her. I'm like, all right, let's see, let's see how good you are.
And she stopped everything.
Everything. Yeah. I couldn't get anything past her. It was great. She was amazing. She was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when we play these games, it's usually mostly dudes. Yeah. Sometimes we'll get 1 or 2 girls out there. I think we had 1 or 2 this time. And I'm always trying to get more girls out there. And I love it. I love it. I wish you would come and play one time.
Well, like, I mean, like,
a lot of people are like, oh, I can't. I don't know anything about hockey.
I used to play. We used to have, when I was in middle school, we started a floor hockey league. Yeah. Like an after-school floor hockey league. And the first year, it was me and one other girl.
Right.
And the second year was just me. Like, I was the only girl in that league. And we played in front of the entire school. Like, we did the after-school thing, but, like, our championship games were in front of the entire school. Like, I was the only girl that played floor hockey. Yeah. Like, it was, like, weird to the guys that, like, I was there.
Yeah. Not so weird now. I score on your ass.
Yeah, and not so weird.
Yeah.
So, I do play floor hockey. It does, you invite my ex-boyfriend before you invite me, so
you're always invited.
Oh, believe me, if you can't take what I'm dishing out now, just wait till we wait till we get to poker night.
Okay, all right.
Just fucking wait.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, yeah, he was great. We all had a fun time. I scored 1.5 goals, and you're like, what's half? How do you score half a goal?
Yeah.
I was by the net and I pushed an opposing player's stick the other way, and he scored on himself.
Okay.
So I count that. I'm going to count that as half.
Did they count that?
I mean, we don't do any official scoring, but yeah.
Okay.
He was frustrated that he knocked in his own goal, but hey man, I count that. I've put in more, but man, like, here's the thing. It's crazy how all out I will run after a little orange ball.
Yeah.
It's weird, but you can only do that for so long before it catches up with you. And so we played on Saturday. It was 3 days ago. I'm still sore.
Yeah.
I'm still sore. It sucks. I just know, like, in the past when I was, younger and running, like, when you think of doing something when you're younger, you can go and do it.
Yeah.
But then when you get older, you're like, oh, I'm going to go run to that ball. I was like, no, I'm not.
No.
Because I'm not going to get over there.
No, you're not.
Because I'm freaking old now and it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
And it sucks and you're slow.
Yep.
I hate that feeling. So, but I'm still out there. So that's all. I give that much credit. But I'm starting to get those old man injuries. Like halfway through the game, like my calves started cramping.
Yeah.
And then there's one point where I just fell over and I couldn't move. It hurt so much. I just laid there. And everyone was like, Ming, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm good. Just give me a second. Like, wait for the searing
pain to
vice,
reside.
Like, grip on my calves to release so I can get up and walk.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was fun. Mike, I
have one thing that I have to
Mike's
throw
absent.
out there for everyone to listen
to.
Okay. You had that poker game, right, on Sunday?
We did.
Excellent. Rob Bruce didn't buy in, right?
No, he did not.
But he won, didn't he?
He did win.
I'm publicly calling him out.
Okay.
He should come here and spend money in the secret stash.
He won enough money.
He will not.
He won enough money where buying that box would be a drop in the bucket. We'll put it that way. So,
well, guess what? I'm calling him out of being a pile of crap.
Okay.
Wait, he didn't buy in, but he won?
Well, he bought it. Well, here's the thing. Let's go to poker now.
Mike Zapsik just hates Rob Bruce sometimes, and I love
Let's talk about poker. Now, back in 2006 through 2009, we would have almost monthly poker games where Kevin would come in and you could get a chance to play with him.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome, right? Like, that would be like, hey, play poker with Quentin Tarantino. He doesn't do that. Play poker with Kevin. Now, to get into the game, you have to buy a seat.
Yeah.
And to buy the seat, you pay $100. You get something back, though.
Yeah.
You get $100 worth of merchandise.
$100 worth of merchandise. Okay. You get a glory hole.
We call it a glory hole, yeah. Walt Flanagan coined the term glory hole, where you stick it through a hole. You don't know what you're going to get.
You don't know what you get.
I know what a glory hole is.
Just for
I was actually just pondering, like, Walt Flanagan saying the word glory hole for a minute. Like, I just can't imagine.
It's definitely called Walt's glory hole. That's his term, and that was his
I just
idea.
can't imagine that word.
I'll find a clip for you.
Thank you.
So, so you get a glory hole, you get merchandise.
Okay.
And so, everybody else bought one.
And so this is what happens Sunday. Saturday comes. We're supposed to have the poker game, but went to Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, and I hear that Rob Bruce is playing.
Mm-hmm.
And Rob Bruce, as far as I know, didn't grow up with Kevin and is not a close personal friend of his. Right?
Right. Sure.
I think he likes to think he is.
Like, so, I have a seat, right? And, well, I guess he does. So, but I'm calling him out right now.
Mike's calling him out. You can
cheap pile of crap if you don't buy something worth at least $100.
You can grill him on that.
No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to call him out. Every time I see him, I'm just going to call him a cheap piece of crap.
Okay.
I love Mike Zapsik.
Yes.
He might be my favorite person in the world.
Oh, I know. I know that. I knew that already.
He might be my favorite
I
person.
knew that already.
I'm going to replace you on the pod with Mike Zapsik.
Okay.
Awesome.
I would listen to that.
That's like so full circle.
I would listen to that.
That's like so full circle.
I would listen to that. I don't know if his wife would let him get away with like the crap that like my wife lets me get away with.
Well, I was going to say, I don't think that, I think Mike Zapsik is no one's praying for his wife. He's a good husband.
I'm a good husband. I have a big mouth. That's all.
Oh, God.
I say what I say. What I
So go on. Okay, so
we had a poker tournament.
Okay, so the poker tournament. Okay, let me get.
Okay.
Now.
Okay, so hockey was great. We're all we're all slapping each other's asses. It was fun.
Okay,
good time was had by all.
Okay, so you had brought up like, oh, like blah blah blah. There's like a poker game. You should come hang out. Like, clearly I'm not buying in. I'm not a poker player.
No, but you could have hung out.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'll totally come hang out.
You know, Kevin's here. You like Kevin?
Exactly. So I'll come hang out.
Yes.
Blah blah blah. So, like, I was telling Alex, like, blah, 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 we're going to go.
Yeah,
and,
let's go.
Yeah, let's go. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So,
then what happened?
So, I didn't hear from you that day, and I was working. So, I get home.
Okay.
And I had, like, actually, I had to have a conversation with Alex about something that was happening to me. This sounds, like, weird. I was offered another job for like a very high pay increase. So I was talking over the pros and cons of staying at my current job or going to this new job. So we were sitting there talking about it, pros and cons, for like solid 2 hours at least, like really taking time out of the amazing Seahawks game that we were watching. Yes. Well, the amazing 5 minutes of it that happened at the end.
It was pretty awesome.
Fucking like 15 points in 44 seconds. Yes. I can't even. So needless to say, one of my friends actually texted me that I haven't seen in a while, and he's like, "Hey, I'm down in your area. I'm going to watch the Pats game." He's a Patriots fan. Oh. Like, you should come. You should come watch it. So I was just about to text you and see what was going on with this game,
right?
Because I didn't know where we were going, and I get this text message from my ex-boyfriend.
Right.
Now, not that there's any like bitter feelings between like my ex and
Yes.
like my current boyfriend. Like it's not like a bad
No.
situation. They've never met. They don't really care to me. I mean, it's kind of,
it could be potentially awkward.
It could
Sure.
be potentially fucking awkward
Absolutely,
since
I
like, you know,
understand.
my ex-boyfriend used to fuck me and my current boyfriend does fuck me.
You know,
So it's problematic.
way.
So he texts me and he goes, "Hey, I'm on my way to this stash. I don't know if you and Alex are going to be there, but I wanted to kind of give you the heads up that like
okay. No.
I'm coming to play poker." So I
Right.
was like, "You have got to be fucking kidding me!" Like Ming Chen, what a fucking snake in the grass.
Oh my!
Like I was gonna come, me and my boyfriend were
Yes.
gonna come, and you invite my ex, not thinking like, oh, that might be awkward for some people. So I was like, you know what, fuck Ming Chen.
Okay.
I'm going to watch the Patriots game.
All right. Which sucked, but
Yeah, which totally sucked.
all right. Well, all right.
You snake in the grass. No.
Rebuttal?
You snake in the
Rebuttal?
grass. I'm still yelling.
Okay.
You snake in the grass. No loyalty. SOB.
All right. Let me rebut this. All right.
So then, wait.
Okay.
So then, you have the nerve, you have the little brass balls in your little panties
Right.
to send me a text message
Right.
of my ex-boyfriend saying, "Who invited this a-hole?" And I'm like, "You did.
Yeah, I did.
You did. You
I did.
son of a bitch."
I did.
And I'm like, "Oh, you did." And he goes, "Whatever you said to me." And I was like, "No, you valued his money more than my friendship. I should cut you off forever."
Well, that didn't take, I guess.
That didn't take.
All right.
I had like 2 glasses of wine at the brick house, and I was just like,
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna be mad at Ming.
Fuck that fucking Chinese asshole French.
Well, it's funny though because it actually made my friend Tito. You've met Tito, right?
I've met Tito.
It
Yes.
actually that Tito was my friend I met. It actually made Tito feel good because I said I was like, oh, I was supposed to be like, you know, at Kevin Smith's poker game,
Oh,
and
but I'd rather see
Tito
you.
looks at me and he goes, "You chose me over Kevin Smith."
It's like, yes, I did.
And that's exactly
Yes,
what I
did.
said. I was just like, Tito, some friends are more important than celebrities.
Friends are more important than
So
money.
apparently I'm a snake in the grass too.
All right, so we cancel each other out.
Yes, we did.
All right. So yes, all right. Now I mentioned we're playing hockey. Now, I think 80% of the guys playing hockey were playing in the tournament. So they're talking, and
Fucking snake in the grass.
they're talking about playing poker. And Turner's like, "Oh, you playing poker tomorrow?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I was like, "You know, why don't you want to play? Come on down. I had seats. Not only did I have seats to fill, I was under the gun to fill these seats. You know, the more people, the more money, the more fun.
Yeah.
So what was I going to say? No. Wasn't going to say no. I was like, "Come on down and play."
Chose my ex-boyfriend's
choose
money
anything.
over me and Alex coming and
didn't choose
sharing the
anything.
night with you.
I didn't choose anything.
You
I
fucking
didn't choose anything.
jerk.
He was there. He wanted to play. Who am I to say no to?
I should pull Mike Zapsik on this. He would agree with me.
He was going to agree with you no matter what.
Hell yeah, he is.
Mike Zapsik supports the Redskins logo name. He's like, screw the Indians. They can call themselves whatever they want.
I agree.
And I think he's racist too. So like,
Well, I mean, he does City Pete. He's your man.
yes, exactly.
He's your man in 4 years.
Yes. So I was only going to fill seats. I'm not going to say if he wants to play, he can play. He's my friend.
Well, regardless,
So-
it all worked out. There was no awkward feelings. I did actually text him the next day and I said, "Did you win big?" And he said, "No,
No,
not at all."
he didn't win big. Neither did I. I didn't win either.
Yes.
No, as you heard previously, Rob Bruce won. It's a very large pot.
How
by the
much?
way. Rob Bruce won almost 2 G's.
Wow.
Almost. So for him to not buy a buy, it's a drop in the bucket. I don't care. All I care about is he owed me $50, and now I felt this was the best time to ask for it.
Did you get it?
I got it.
Oh, nice.
I got it.
Well, there you go.
Yes. So
There you go.
Finally got I got my $50.
Well, congrats.
We hired a car to drive us up to the airport. We
Yeah.
went to the con in LA, and I never grilled him about paying me back, but this time I felt that was good. Oh, Mike Zapsik wants to chime in on his opinion.
What do I support?
Oh, so you weren't hearing my story. Fucking Ming Chen, Snake in the Grass, invites me to poker night, right?
When?
On
This Sunday?
Yeah, this past week.
Okay.
So I was gonna come, and I was
like,
gonna-
no, you didn't buy a box. You can't come. Like, no, she really go play.
So, but then I get a message. Me and my current boyfriend Alex were gonna come. I get a message from my ex saying, "Oh, Ming invited me to fucking poker night. Like, I don't know if you and Alex are gonna be there. Snake in the Grass, right?" Then
You want to see a threesome? You're a freak.
yeah.
Then he has the nerve. This jerk off over here has the nerve to send me a picture of my ex-boyfriend playing poker. He goes, "Who invited this a-hole?" And I'm like, "You did! You son of a bitch!"
Oh, were you drunk?
No,
Were you drunk then?
no, I was not
Did you
drunk.
play?
Would
I
we
played.
agree? Would we agree that sometimes Ming Chen has no loyalty?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God,
I
yes.
love you to death.
Yeah.
You know I am your number one fan.
Yes.
Right?
Or else I would have dumped you by the side of the road
hell yeah.
years ago.
But like, I mean, case in point, I'm sitting here. If he can't pod with one of us, we are so instantly replaceable.
Of course. Sam
Like
Roden,
shit.
He will buy her a ticket
Like,
from Los Angeles.
From Los Angeles to come out here to
Yes.
replace me.
Or me.
Exactly. I think
and tell him, Steve Dave, I do something. He jumps on there and says, hey, look at what Mike did. Mike shit on the carpet. Holy crap, look at that.
Well, come on, man. I have to bring that up. Take a dump on the carpet.
I've never shit on this carpet.
Neither have
You
I.
had this replaced.
Ew. Yeah, see that little square cutout right there?
Yeah.
That's where Mike took it. That's where.
I'm just saying,
Sold it on
This-
eBay for
this-
$300,
Yes.
which I donated to the Wayne Foundation.
Yes.
This guy is a scumbag.
Yeah. A little bit.
But he's a scumbag that we both love.
Yes.
He's a lovable
All right.
scumbag.
Fair enough.
It's true. You know what? You know who you can learn loyalty
Who's
from?
that?
Mark Costello.
Mark Costello,
You-
the good
he-
time fellow.
Talk about loyal.
He is loyal.
How loyal is he?
He is so loyal.
That
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't going anywhere.
how?
Yeah.
You guys-
I don't have a good analogy. It's too early in the morning for me to be like
Yeah, seriously, I
punny.
only had one cup of coffee, and
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's cock is so big. How big is it? Yeah.
it's big.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, and by the way,
Yes.
Ralph Garman,
Yes.
Agent Carter.
Yeah.
He was on Agent Carter.
Yeah, Agent Carter. Yes. Ralph Garman is on.
Show. He was awesome in it.
Yes.
That show
The one that Sam has poo-pooed already without even watching a frame of footage.
is my favorite actor in it. That blonde guy, Neil McDonough, the blue eyes. He was in the.
Yeah, I know who Neil McDonough is.
Yeah. Is he in the show?
I don't believe so.
No reason to watch.
Oh, okay. Did you watch that medical show he was on back a couple years ago? Like a
one?
medical mystery show where.
No, but I'll watch it.
All right, I'll find the name.
I
of
like
it for
fucking
you.
watch everything that guy's in. I don't even know why I love him so much.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a looks thing. He's kind of creepy looking, actually.
Yeah, good looking. He was in Minority Report. He was good.
Is one of those coffees for Mike Zapsik?
No, would you like it?
No.
No, we got coffee.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if you got Mike a coffee.
I did not. Either.
Can you rewind this and say I did get Mike a coffee?
I just got Mike a coffee.
What a fucking loyal friend!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
What a great guy that Mark
What
Costello.
what a great
What a
guy!
great guy. So when I was buying in for chips, I was like, shit, I don't have enough cash. I took it from the register.
Nice.
I left a little IOU in there. I paid it back.
Nice,
I paid it back.
nice asshole.
But yeah, I didn't win.
Did you like lose terribly? Were you,
I didn't lose.
Were you out first?
I was not out first, but it was out of 30 or out of like 28 people. I think I came like 15th place. Not good. I usually make it to the final table. It just the cards were not in my favor this time.
There you go.
Sucked. But yeah, Kevin came and played, and then he was signing Monopoly games for the next hour. We have a new Jane Silent Bob Strike Back Monopoly.
Yes, I saw that
version of Monopoly.
Yes.
He signed that. So, and then, but before we played poker, we did the screenings.
Yes.
Which went very well, I thought. So we did screening 11:30, screening at 2, and Kevin did post-show Q&A. Now, I budgeted a little over an hour for the Q&As. So not enough time. You would think an hour, right?
Yeah.
It should be enough for a
How
Q&A.
many questions can you actually ask about Tusk?
That's what you would think, right? No.
No.
So the first screening started right on time. I'm very punctual. 11:30, bam.
Yeah.
And I even got to do the intro. That was fun. That was fun. And I had intimate screening, 200 people.
Yeah.
And it was fun. People filing in, and I was greeting them. We used to do events like this all the time, where there'd be a day-long film festival.
Yeah.
All Kevin all day from like 10 a.m. to midnight. And same thing with Q&As. This is before Comic Book Men, though. So doing one after was kind of weird. Because people would file in like, oh, can I get a picture with you? I wasn't really used to that.
Yeah.
So
now you're kind
I'm holding
of
up the line. Not only am I doing that, I'm holding up the line for other people want to get in.
Yeah.
But hey, man, who am I to say no to that?
It's true.
Yes. So the first screening runs over, and then so second one starts like an hour late, and it's raining out, and weather kind of sucks. So those people had to wait a little bit. There was an awning, but for the people who didn't reach the awning, went beyond, they probably got a little wet. So, but yeah, I mean, Kevin could talk forever.
Yes.
So
what were some of the questions people were asking?
I mean, he started out with an intro about why he made Tusk and the process and how he got Johnny Depp and all that stuff. That took an hour, and then the Q&As took another hour.
Yeah. I do have a question. How did Kevin and Justin Long meet?
They met. He was in Zack and Miri.
Okay.
Justin Long, and was that the first thing they did together?
I was trying to figure out where Die Hard. Okay,
Die Hard.
because
Live Free, Die Hard. That's
on
right.
Tusk Day, I was obviously working. Before I went to work, I always wake up a little earlier and I eat breakfast while watching TV.
Yeah.
And I turn on my TV and Live Free or Die Hard was on.
Yes.
And I was walking out the door right as the part when Kevin Smith came on, right when they landed.
the Warlock.
The Warlock.
The Warlock.
But I laughed because I was like, how topical. Kevin Smith is in Red Bank and they're playing this. And it got me thinking though, I was like, oh shit. I was like, Justin Long is in Tusk. I wonder if this is where they met and formed this insane friendship.
Right.
And I couldn't figure it out if they knew each other before Die Hard or if they met.
Yep. No, they met
while filming that shitty movie.
They met in Die Hard, and him and Willis got together too. Unfortunately, that didn't work out so well. But that's all over. You can read that story somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yes. So
any really weird questions?
I'm sure there were some. I just don't remember.
Okay.
Any, but a lot of people were like, "Hey, you were my biggest influence. Blah. How should I go about doing this? Or I want to be a filmmaker." Most of the questions are based around that.
Yeah.
There were.
So now you had a wait, and then the second screening and Q&A.
Second screening went an hour later than it was scheduled for 2. Went off at 3.
Was the movie theater pissed?
No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
Okay.
They weren't pissed. They had to cancel a screening they had scheduled after us, but it was for the Imitation Game. So.
Who wants to see that Best Picture nominee?
Right, we want to see freaking Cumberbatch. Really? Cumberbatch Smith. I'd choose Kevin Smith any day of the week. Maybe you disagree, but my vote goes to Kevin
I'm staying
Smith.
silent for a reason, but
Okay. So we had the theater scheduled from 11:30 to 4:30. We didn't leave till 7:30. So that's how.
So now, if I had to wait outside in the rain, I'd be pissed.
For Kevin?
It was a cold rain.
Sure.
How many people complained?
One
lone asshole.
And one complaint.
One lone asshole.
Complaint.
I hope that guy feels fucking terrible knowing he's the only person that complained.
All right, here, you give me your opinion. I got one complaint. I'm not going to state his name, but here's the email. Ming, I would like to preface this by saying that I am not the kind of person who writes a complaint email, but after how the event was conducted today, I feel I have to say something.
Stand up for his fucking rights.
I was attending the 2 p.m. screening, and as directed, I arrived promptly for sign-in and was in line by 1:45. Never once in the hour plus that I was waiting in the rain did anyone come out to inform anyone what was going on or why we were delayed. I find this a really crappy thing to do to people, some which were waiting up to 2 hours. What I find most insulting is that Kevin didn't seem too apologetic and kept us about keeping us out in the rain. I understand that this is not anyone's fault but his, but I feel that this is something that should be known. I know we have good days and bad, but it seemed that Kevin didn't really want to be there for our Q&A. Again, nothing to do with you, but he should know. I don't want nor expect anything to come from this email, but I feel like this has to be heard. Well, something is coming out of this email. So I emailed him back, and I was cordial. I was like, listen, I'm sorry I kept you out in the rain, but this is Kevin we're talking about. He's very wordy. He likes to talk, and of course, there was a point I had to go up and was like, hey, man, one more question. We got to get the other screening in here.
Yeah.
And he mentioned multiple times at the first Q&A, I was like, listen, I got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
There's another screening coming out. It's raining. But, it's Kevin. It's going to run long. Here's the thing. These events we do, they're very unique. Not a lot of filmmakers out. Not a lot of people, celebrities, whoever, do anything like this.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll do a screening. They'll come out and maybe they'll answer one question and leave after 15, 30 minutes. And, Kevin's, he might be the only guy where you can't kick him off.
Yeah.
He will go on forever if you want him to. He will go until the last person has asked a question. And, there were a couple of times where I thought he was wrapping it up and then he didn't, and then he would keep on going.
Yeah.
So, should I have gone out and informed people? I guess so, but I thought he'd be wrapping up maybe 15 minutes, maybe half hour later, which I didn't think was unreasonable. And it wound up being about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but I think for an event of this type, waiting a little longer isn't isn't egregious.
Yeah.
No,
I I can see why people would be pissed.
But I apologize for the way I realized it was raining. Had it been like sunny and 72, I don't think anyone would have complained.
Yeah,
So
no, I mean, like,
the rain
you know,
exacerbated
exactly.
the situation
People get hang on, I'm just reading this tweet.
Oh yeah, no problem. Now, what I do have to rebut though is this guy felt that Kevin. He claims that Kevin acted as if he didn't want to be there, and I have to rebut that. The second screening we did, Kevin did Q&A for 2 hours. He was there
if you didn't want to be there, like
2 hours.
you wouldn't do a Q&A.
If you don't want to be there, why would you be there for over 2 hours?
What people have to realize about celebrities too is they're not your friends. Like, they're not the way you think they are. Like, the way that you think a celebrity is when you meet them, like, they're going to have their own quirks. They're going to have their own weird personalities. Obviously, Kevin Smith, like, think about the movies he's made. Think about his mind, how it may work. It doesn't work like the normal persons.
No, he does.
So he's not gonna be the normal person. Like, you know, like he's not that. Like,
actually, he is pretty.
No. But I mean, like, you know, like he's a normal person. Like he's like, you know, chummy to talk to. Like, I mean, shit. When I met him, he was just like, oh, hey, good to see you. You know, like
Q in the house.
Yeah, like he's like a normal guy, but like also like he's not. The way I'm trying to say it is like.
Okay, spit it out.
Yeah, like not that he's not your friend. Like, he could be your friend, but like the way you're thinking that he is probably isn't the way he is. He's going to be quirkier. He's going to have like more of a personality than a normal person would think. Like, if I met Wes Anderson, chances are I wouldn't like Wes Anderson because like the Wes Anderson I imagine is like this fucking guy that I could sit there and be like awkward with and like drink fucking like weird like bourbon at a bar and kind of sit around and talk about weird quirky things. But like chances are he's probably awkward and like quiet and doesn't really talk much. So like if I was out with Wes Anderson in this intimate thing, I'm expecting him to be talkative and he's not. Like I might be like, oh well shit, he doesn't want to be here. So like the person that this guy probably like the personality he thinks is skewed because he's putting his own feelings into it.
I get what you're saying. Yes, you're probably right.
Yeah.
I thought Kevin was more than enthusiastic.
Yeah, like, you know, like...
Stoned? Sure. Is that maybe
exactly.
Maybe he misinterpreted the stoned part for disinterest?
Yeah.
I don't know, but like, I really don't think, like, not wanting to be there, like, you don't stay there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
He answered every question.
Yeah.
Well, I had to cut him off at some point, but even after then... those people who were in line to ask questions got to ask it anyways because he ended up he ended up greeting everybody who stayed around at the theater, which is why we got out so late. And not only that, after that, he came back to the store and hung out with the people who were at the store.
Yeah.
And signed all their stuff and took pictures.
So yeah, like I mean,
that is not. Like,
that's not somebody
doesn't want to
like,
be there.
It sounds like a stoned thing, which I was trying to beat around the bush on. But like, you know, I mean. Everyone is a different person than everyone thinks they are.
Yeah.
You know, like it's the person you build up in your head is rarely the person you meet.
Right.
They're a different person, better or worse. You know, like it's not saying that like Kevin is not a friendly person. Like Kevin is beyond friendly. You know.
Yeah. I think this dude is expecting the normal cookie cutter event where you get the theater, they file you in on time. You know, the person comes out, and they don't want to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
9 times out of 10. You know, they're answering a couple questions, and you know, there's a moderator, and all
like
that bullshit, and then they're out of there in half an hour. Like that to me, like, and not only that, and then that event probably cost you $100 for a ticket. This one was $40, and you got shit.
Yeah, so
I guess I understand he was probably expect some cookie cutter event.
Yeah,
but everybody else was like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah,
that's what we do. That's what we do here, man. We do cool shit here.
So overall, a successful weekend.
Yes, it went long. Before the theater canceled that second screening, I was panicking a little bit.
Yeah.
But a call was made, thankfully, and Lord knows we paid enough to rent this theater. Oh my god, it was a lot of money to rent this thing out.
I'm glad we both had good weekends.
Yes, and then you know, at the end, I didn't say it, but
snake in the grass poker game, but we already talked about that.
Yes, the water under the bridge. Yeah, and Kevin's assistant was there. She's like, Kevin, your day ain't over yet because we had to go play poker. Like it was a pretty long weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what we do here. I'm starting to feel like I was like, man, I'm getting old.
Yeah, you are.
Getting old for these things, man.
Yeah, you are.
There was a day when I was like 26 and I'm like, let's add another day. Yeah. Let's do day 2. Let's do day 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're speaking of long lines. The people who came out for test day weren't the only one who experienced a long line this week.
Yeah. Did someone else keep you out in the rain?
No, but somebody kept me at the DMV for like an hour and a half. So I obviously have moved. I wanted to update my my driver's license.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I had a day off, so I figured, shit, I'll just drive.
Most people don't care.
Yeah, like 5 minutes away. I'm just going to drive over to the DMV.
Responsible.
Also, I have to get a new insurance because my insurance company tried to fuck me over, like hardcore. So I have to.
Was it that fucking guy, the Gecko?
No, it
was
a completely different one.
Gecko tried to screw you in the ass. Don't let him do that.
But one of the things was obviously my commute to my job. It looks like it's like a 30-minute commute. And it's really like 2 minutes.
Yep.
So that actually does factor into your rate.
Absolutely.
So I was like, you know what? I should just change it. Like I haven't lived there in a very long time. Like
Right.
I'm just going to change my address. So I drove the 2 minutes down the road to the DMV, and it's like temporarily closed.
Why?
Don't know. Temporarily closed.
No explanation.
No explanation.
So you had to go to the next
just
closest
a sign
one?
that said, "Oh, well, you could go to Hazlitt."
Which is about 30 minutes away.
It's about 30 minutes away. So I was like, okay, well, now I'm driving annoyingly to Hazlitt.
So you're pissed already.
So I'm pissed already. And usually when you go to Hazlitt, like they're the DMV that like no one goes to. So usually you're in and out in like 5 minutes. But I had a sense that wasn't going to be the case since Eatontown was closed.
Right.
So I drove up there, and like already when I walked in, I was like, okay, this is not my day, because the line's like wrapped around the place. So I had to pay a few years ago. I had like a suspension on my license, and you have to pay a surcharge.
Right.
So I like to get the receipts for those.
Okay.
Because Lord only knows how the DMV is going to screw you over.
Right.
So
and then you have documentation.
Exactly. So I had a payment upcoming, and I was just like, oh, well, instead of paying it online, because I don't actually have a printer at my place, instead of paying it online or driving to my parents' house to do it on their computer, or like driving somewhere and, like forgetting.
Right.
I'm just going to do it while I'm here. Like,
Right. No, of course.
it'll be really easy to do.
You're there.
So I get like a number, and numbers like 10 away.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, that's not terrible.
All right, yeah.
So I'll just wait.
They got like people at different windows like, hey man, this could be a snap.
I didn't realize that there was like two people, one of which was like going on break, and there was this fucking guy, and like I don't even know what his problem was. His license has been suspended like apparently 50 times from what I hear.
Yes.
And like it's still suspended, but like he doesn't understand why, and the guy was trying to explain to him, and like he has no insurance, like just kind of fucking craziness.
Yes.
So he took up like literally about 20 minutes. And finally toward the end they put like 3 more people on, but like it was like 12:30, and I finally got there after waiting like 45 minutes easily.
So it's not a streamlined process.
Not a streamlined process. And like I wasn't going to give up after a while, because I had
Right.
been sitting there, and I was just like, well, I might as well just wait.
You had time invested.
Yeah, I had time invested, and I'm like,
Okay.
I just, I'd rather just pay it here.
Okay.
So finally, like it's 12:30. Now the DMV doesn't close until like 5:30. At 12:30, when I walked up, I heard them tell somebody who walked in to get a number,
Yes.
you're probably not going to be seen today.
Seriously?
And I was
It
just
was
like,
5 hours.
yeah.
In 5
And
hours?
I just like looked over, and I was just like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like they had that many people backed up.
Right.
So I paid.
Wow.
It took like literally 5 seconds. I was just like, I just need to pay
Yeah.
like, the $25 or
Right.
$50, whatever it is, for my insurance surcharge, and I'm good. And like the person looked at me like I was a godsend, because I didn't have some like problem.
Right.
My license wasn't suspended.
Right.
Like I was just in there to pay, and like ridiculous. Like the people that I've seen.
You should have been in and out of there.
Yeah, like the people that I saw that day
Yeah.
were like the miscreants of society. They're like jail time people, like
Yeah, they,
not understanding why their
their-
license is suspended
Their
when they
wages are being garnished.
they like
for-
fucking ran over a baby, and like they don't understand what they did wrong. Like I don't even know. So then I walk over to actually do what I went to the DMV
Yes.
to change my address.
Right. That's it. That's it.
And that
Change your
took like
address.
20 minutes.
Right.
Like I'm sitting there, like I filled out the paperwork I had, and it occurred to me too, like I was like, fuck, I don't even know if I have my 6 points. Like
Your 6 forms of identification, yes.
yeah, like my
Or
six
whatever.
6 points for it. So I walked up, and I was just like, I can't believe I waited here.
Oh my
and
God,
I
that would've
might
sucked.
not even have it.
And that would have been your fault,
so
too.
she asked me, she's like, do you have your birth certificate and an ATM card and a passport?
Yeah.
Or a passport. And I was just like, I have an ATM card. I was like, I don't have the other two. I was like, I have an ATM card, a bill with my new address, and I just happened to still have my social security card in my wallet. I was like, does that count? And she goes, oh yeah, that's fine.
Bam.
I was like, thank
God. No, no one.
So it took me like an hour and a half
to change
sitting.
your
Yeah, like I felt like I needed a shower when I left there just because I felt like scummy.
Yes, I know exactly how I feel. I had to go to court to fight a parking ticket, and then I'm in there with like child molesters and like and deadbeat dads.
And it's like funny too when like I guess like the judge can't turn it off because like I'll have like a parking ticket and like I'll go up there and he'll be like, "You deserve the full law here," and I'm like, "It's a fucking parking ticket. The guy before me just raped and killed 2 people."
Yeah, like whoa, dude, settle down. But no, they can't turn it off.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No. So, every time you have to see the dregs of society to make yourself
Jesus
feel better.
Fucking Christ. I wanted to kill, and it was funny too because I was meeting up with my friend and I was like, I text her and I was like, I should be out of here in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
An hour and 15 minutes later, she was just like, where are you? I was just like, I'm still at the DMV. Don't come and meet me here. Yes. It's a terrible place.
Right. That's terrible.
Yes.
Well, how'd your picture turn out though? The new picture.
I look angry.
Okay.
That's what everyone says when they say it. They're like, man, angry. You look really upset.
Right.
And it's funny too, because the last time I got my license replaced, I was upset for some other reason. Like,
Shocking that you look upset.
Yeah, like fucking line out the door and I had to wait in that the last time I had to do it. So I look angry, but I mean, my hair was like super short in my last one, so I have like longer hair now. I wanted it to reflect that. So, but it's fine. I got my new license and it occurred to me though, the saddest thing, was they asked me if I wanted to sign up to vote. I was like, I already vote. And they were like, well, you have to vote at a new place now. And it occurred to me, that was like the saddest thing because I used to vote my voting station.
Your district, yes.
Yeah, my district, was in the gym of my elementary school.
Yeah.
And like, I know those women, like every time I go in, obviously I've been voting since I was 18 years old. Like every time I go in there, like this is like, 10, 11 years of voting. They like know me by name. They know my family. And, it occurred to me that I'm never actually going to vote in my place again.
What are you talking about, like the old lunch ladies and stuff? Like,
no,
hey, Doris?
They're like the voting people.
Oh, the vote. Okay, right. The same people volunteer to do that.
Yeah, it's the same people every year. And I mean, like, it occurred to me, though, it wasn't so much the women. It was just like the idea that, like, that was the first place I voted. And it was funny, too, because I sent that to Alex, and he goes, dude, you get so weirdly sentimental about the weirdest shit.
I know. This is like I can't fill up at the gas station that I filled up at when I first got my license.
I just like I don't know. Voting is very important to me as like a history major, and like I believe that people should vote, even if you don't necessarily know what's going on.
Okay.
Like even if the day before you have to kind of familiarize yourself with the people, even if you don't even if it's like a local vote, you should always care enough to go out and vote.
Absolutely.
And it occurred to me though, like obviously presidential elections, you really should be voting. Right. And it occurred to me like the next presidential election, like I'm going to vote somewhere new. And like it kind of like it ate away my heart a little bit. Like it's like,
how are you even there long enough to make friends with these people? Like usually it's just like, all right, you show me your voter card. You go in the little booth, you press the buttons or whatever, and you're out.
They've seen me every vote for.
Wait, are you there every election day? Or you vote for school council? And
yeah,
really?
I vote for everything.
Wow. Okay.
That's like a thing.
It's like, a right.
Yeah.
I'd vote for you, Sam.
What?
I'd vote for you.
Aw.
All right. Men have died for this
I believe
privilege.
in Mike Zapsik. I mean, it's like people have died for this,
Yes.
You should be out there voting, especially like obviously for a presidential election, obviously for Senate or, Congress votes. But like, even like your local mayor, like they have a direct impact on your life. Like you should be voting in that.
It's true.
So I mean,
okay. All
so
right,
it was funny
enough.
though, because my sister, she doesn't believe in voting as much as I do. And my mother knows that I am a huge, like I believe in it. And I told my mother, my parents are very, very conservative Republicans, and I'm a very liberal Democrat.
Yes, you are.
And they ask you, do you want to declare yourself now? You don't have to. And I was like, no, I'm a Democrat.
Put
me down. So I smiled when I was writing Democrat because I knew that makes my mother like her blood boil that she has such a.
You just like making people.
So I text her and I was just like, I had to declare myself. I was like, I smiled thinking about you as I wrote down Democrat, and she's like, her words were, "You better vote." And I'm like, you know what? To be fair to my mother, who knows knows that I'm never going to vote conservative. I will
Right.
never have the same vote as her. She still always wants me to vote.
Sure.
Like, she tells my sister who to vote for.
Sure, so she can cancel your vote out.
Exactly. She cancels my vote out. But
cancels your vote
well,
out.
her and my father obviously always vote Republican, and
Right.
my sister doesn't know enough about politics, so she asks my parents who to vote for. So in my house,
okay,
they
so-
get the extra vote because my sister's too dumb to vote for herself.
Isn't that most people in this country?
Yeah.
So, which is why.
But to be fair, my sister does hate Chris Christie. So I know
the Cowboys fan?
I know that if he gets to the presidential election,
Right.
I have her vote that year.
Okay.
She's coming my way.
All right, fair enough.
So-
All right, well, good for you for voting.
Yeah, well-
I don't vote for everything, but I'll vote in the major stuff.
You
So.
have kids. You should vote for like school councils,
Yeah,
not
I
school
guess I
councils.
should.
That's like, the questions on there are usually about like school.
Right.
So
All right. I should. And my voting place is like right down the street. So
yeah, I can't wait to see where mine is. I don't know where it is yet.
Oh, yeah, you're excited
I'm
already.
like excited.
You're excited. All right, I hope there.
But what's funny too about that is now that I have like a license that says I live in Eatontown, I could actually get a library card to the Eatontown Public Library, which
Yes.
is like a shitty library. Like I drove by it the other day. I haven't had a library card
Hold on,
since
you're talking about that big one by Trader Joe's?
No, that's Monmouth County.
Oh.
You have to pay if you're
Those libraries are free.
if your town has a library, you get free membership there, and you have to pay like $100 a year for Monmouth County, which it's
okay.
worth the $100. But if your town doesn't have a working library,
Right.
you get, and then you're within Monmouth County, you get free.
Oh, okay.
So, like obviously my town is a library, and I drove by Eatontown. It was like this little shitty library, but I haven't had a library card since I left being a librarian.
Right.
It's been like one of those like little things
Yeah.
that I
Are
just
you going to go get a library card?
I am.
Wow.
I'm going to get my library card today.
Okay.
After lunch, I'm going to go and like sign up for a library card.
Okay.
Just because I can.
You go in there, read the Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah.
And then okay.
Just because I can. Like I was just like, I want a library card
Right.
to my town.
Where's the shitty library?
Right across from the shitty police station.
Where's the shitty police station?
Right next to the 7-Eleven. Not the one that I go to, the one that's right on 35 by the McDonald's and
Oh, yeah.
Flo's Groomer.
Right. I always see there's a little electronic board up there. There's like free Zumba
Yep.
this Tuesday.
It's right over there.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, I'm like super excited to get a library card and vote, and I feel like I've done my patriotic duty this week.
Okay.
Like I'm
Is there a vote coming up?
No, but
okay.
I registered to vote in my
Right.
town, and
Like, I can
I'm gonna go
vote,
get a
damn
fucking
it.
library card in my town. Like
Yeah.
I've done my town a service this week. It's like Eatontown.
Have.
Here's looking at you.
You're registered to vote in the town you live in.
Yes.
Good for you, Sam Q.
Thank you.
Good for you. Yes, you're standing up for everything the American Sniper believed in. Or
I don't even want to talk
whatever.
about that movie.
Okay, let's not talk about it.
It fucking lies.
Let's not talk about
Propaganda flick by Clint Eastwood, and the book was a bunch of lies. I don't care
it. Okay,
about that movie.
all right. So yesterday,
Although it is tragic, the ending. I will say that.
I don't.
Probably the only true part of the movie.
Whoa! Spoiler alert.
Well, like
I'm not going to go.
clearly.
See it. I probably won't go.
Go
see
on.
It. I probably won't go see it at all. Yes. Anyways, all right. Anyways, I was opening the store yesterday,
Yes.
and yesterday was a holidays, Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yes.
So most businesses and schools were closed yesterday.
I worked
I worked as well.
retail.
I don't take days off here.
Yeah.
Never. But I was unlocking the door, and I usually I'll swing the door open and just kind of look around, and I was looking.
See if there's any hot women walking by you could whistle at.
Sure.
Got
So as I open the door, I feel this something run up and hug me, and I look down. And there was this little kid. He was like, "Ming, oh my god!" This little kid who had the day off from school. His dad had brought him down to the store.
Oh my god.
And he proclaimed himself my number one fan. He came from all the way from like upstate New York or something.
Oh my
Little
god.
kid named Andrew, right off the bat, like he was like hugging me. I was like, all right, I guess it's gonna be a good day. He's like, man, I love you. You're my favorite. Oh my god. Oh,
So basically like a 13-year-old girl, but an adorable little boy.
He was like 10, yeah.
Oh my god.
So I introduced myself. He came in, looked around. Him and his dad. He took pictures, all that. He had like a million questions for me. And then Mike comes in. He's like, excited but not as excited. He's like, oh, Mike, nice to meet you. Ming's my favorite.
Aww.
And it happened, at cons and stuff. It happens. Usually little kids. Some
That's like adorable.
some women,
though.
and every so often there'll be some, maybe a dude will say it, and Yeah, Mike won't come on and say it. Like, I don't think he likes that. I think he pisses him off.
Aw, that's like adorable, though.
It's so funny. I think it pisses him off when people say that, though. And like that, I of course I love it. Like it's still like it doesn't. It feels not weird, but it's like I'm just me. I'm just and I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Everyone else knows I'm an idiot. So
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. So. Oh, and then not only that, but he starts. Walt wasn't here, but he was. He was giving Mike shit about something. The little kid. He was saying, I can't remember. We were talking about something, and the kid was like, "Yeah, but you're not my favorite." And Mike was like, "What? How dare you say that?" And the little kid was like, "Mike, you just got served."
Kids are like adorable at that age. Like they really are.
Yeah, and he's like, "Where's Walt? I want to tell him he messed up." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "He traded these action figures for something." And I wanted to tell him that he messed up.
He's like a huge show fan. Like
yes.
he remembers like episodes.
His
shit, I don't even remember episodes.
You don't care, so
that's true.
You ain't my one fan.
That's true. I mean, I see you every day. You're not a celebrity to me.
Yeah, get in line. No, his dad told me it was like on Monday we DVR the show. It was like the rule is you finish your homework and then you can watch the show.
Oh my god, that's like adorable.
Yeah, and then his dad was like, for the rest of the week, all he does is like Ming, 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 Ming. I'm like, this is pretty awesome.
Oh, you have like one fan. That's so cute.
I know. I have a fan. See what I'm saying?
Oh, don't be a hater. Don't be a hater, Mike Zapsik. I like you more than Ming.
See that he don't like it. He don't like that kid.
He fucking hates that kid.
He doesn't like that kid. That kid was giving him shit yesterday. It was great. It's so awesome.
He hates that kid.
It's so great.
Aww.
So
kids are really cute. I hope my nephew's gonna be as adorable.
Well, that's up to you. You can guide and shape him any way you feel.
Well, he's
fit.
gonna have like the weirdest parents ever. So unfortunately,
so
Aunt Sam and Uncle Alex are gonna have to like seriously sit him down and talk to him about like soccer and being awesome.
Yeah. Cool
although Aunt Sam and Uncle Alex are fighting right now over whose team little nephew Miles is gonna like.
And football, baseball, hockey,
football, soccer.
Oh, soccer. Okay.
Obviously, Alex and I are huge soccer fans.
Right.
I'm a Manchester City fan. He's a Bayern Munich fan. Like
Bayern Munich.
Like obviously Bayern Munich's like the best team in the world. One of them. One of
the Nazi team.
The Nazi team.
The Nazis. Nazis never win.
So he said he's like, no, he's gonna be a Bayern fan. I'm like, no, he's gonna be a Manchester City fan. To which it was actually funny because Alex he got me tickets to go see when Manchester City played. Right. At Yankee Stadium, so the broker for the New York City Football Club keeps calling him to buy seasons tickets.
Yeah, of course.
So I come home the other day and Alex is like, "Did you know that?" He's like, "I was talking to so-and-so." He said his name. Yeah. Like, I was talking to Steve, and did you know that when they build the new stadium, as season ticket holders, we would get a chance. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, "Are we becoming season ticket holders of the New York Football Club?"
Right.
I didn't see that happening. And he goes, no, but I'm just saying. And
Did you know?
I'm like, how many times have you talked to this guy? He goes, he calls me once a week. He goes, at first I thought it was kind of annoying. He goes, but now I actually just kind of hearing it all.
He's a drug dealer, though. He's going to break him down. You will be made
shit. Hey, if that happens, I'm totally not complaining. But it's only $300 for season's tickets for one person.
How many games do you get with that?
9 or something, or 18.
Will you go 9 or 18 times?
9 or 18. I don't know. And that's what I told him. I was like, if it was easier to get to.
Oh, sure.
The Bronx is kind of hard to get to.
It's a pain in the ass. It's a 3-hour trip, yeah.
So, I'm just like I don't want to drive.
No.
Because driving there is a hassle.
You
I don't want to take,
but you got to take 2 trains to get up there.
2 trains. And, the ferry is, a completely different thing.
It's way expensive, yeah.
So, I'm like, I don't necessarily think we would go. I
don't think you would go.
But, it definitely, $300 for season's tickets for one person. And then you get to pick when they build the new stadium what seat you want.
Right, sure.
That's actually a good deal. But I'm just if I lived in New York, it would make a difference. But, I'm going to be happy, seeing them their first year. I don't need to see them.
Can we have this discussion about how awesome it was to watch games at home on TV?
Yeah. Yeah. No, completely. Do I think that, I mean, soccer games are fun if people are into it, but Americans aren't.
Not in this country.
Exactly. Americans aren't into it. If I fucking lived in Manchester, I would be a season ticket holder of the Etihad. There's no doubt in my mind that I would save my pennies every year for that.
Right.
I would not eat for weeks if I could
in this country, we go to sporting events to drink beer, not necessarily to watch the game.
Drink beer at home.
Yes, you can for much cheaper.
Yes.
So So are we glitter bombing anyone?
I think we should.
Okay.
Who would you glitter bomb?
Well, here, what's this? What is it?
So glitter
for
bomb.
anyone who doesn't know.
I think it was an Australian company.
Okay.
That you could send like a name and an address of somebody you want to glitter bomb.
Okay.
Now, one of the things is that you open the envelope. I guess it comes as like a nondescript envelope, and you open it, and like glitter explodes everywhere, and that's one of the most annoying things.
So it's literally
Unless
glitter
you're
in
Kesha.
Yes, it's literally glitter in an envelope. That's it.
Yeah, it's literally
man.
glitter
See,
in an
this
envelope.
is
And this
why-
is what people are becoming famous for.
Yes.
But apparently the company had to stop taking orders because they were like bombarded.
They
with
got
this-
glitter bombed?
Like, they got glitter bombed. They apparently like had too many orders coming in and they couldn't fill them all. So,
How you gonna film it? You just dump it in an envelope.
right? So apparently there's a lot of people that want to glitter bomb their enemies out there. So it brought the question, if you could glitter bomb one person, who would you glitter bomb?
I was thinking about this, but you beat me to it. And then I just sent it over to Brian. I'm like, God, that would.
I don't know. Like, if we were doing it as a show,
Yes.
like, obviously, my own personal...
No. I think I would send it to him.
Yeah, like, between Brian and Walt, I mean, like, I think somebody actually, when I put that, somebody was like, oh, you should send one to Brian. I think Sage would, like, think it was adorable if he was covered in glitter. I was like, that actually would be kind of cute. Like,
Yes.
I'm sure she would get a kick out of that. But, like, imagine fucking Walt getting glitter bombed. Like, oh my God.
I don't think he would like it.
No, I think, like, he would, like, kill
my
us.
God. Yes, he would. So I don't feel like dying today. So.
Like, I mean, like, I think that would be like a great. If I was gonna personally glitter bomb someone, I have this ex-boss at my old library. Dude, it would be going straight to her. She is like the devil incarnate.
Yeah.
I can't like say enough nasty things about her. I would glitter bomb the shit out of her.
How do they make it? I don't know. Say you get an envelope's all lumpy.
I don't
Okay,
know. I mean,
opening
I guess the reason why
there a
they had to,
mechanism?
I guess there's
Okay.
something, the way they have to put it in and the way they do it,
Okay.
that obviously they can't keep up with their orders. So it's
Right.
not just taking an envelope and
Okay.
throwing glitter in
Right.
it. But yeah, no, I like read that and I was like, I can't believe people are making money off of this.
Right, and
Equally as stupid as the girl who made $10,000 a year cuddling,
You
or
just cut
$10,000 in the first week. She has a cuddle bar.
Oh, okay.
It's in like California. It's probably in like San Francisco or something,
Right.
or San Diego. You know, where they do
what do
shit
you pay
like
her
that.
by the hour?
Yeah, you pay her by like, you could do like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, 30 minutes or an hour, and you just like lay in bed and spoon somebody.
Is she hot?
Well,
Was she hot? Do you remember if she was hot?
no, she wasn't that good
Oh,
looking.
okay.
But like she
Must
has
be.
she has like a crew of people, and you know, the whole thing is like you can't like touch, like, well, I mean, like you cuddle,
Right.
but like it's not like
Can't grope.
sexual. Yeah, it's not sexual at all. And you literally just pay to cuddle.
Okay.
To spoon with somebody for like an hour or however long you want it. And that's probably as equally a crazy way of making money as glitter bombs to me are.
Yes. Huh.
But glitter bombs is something straight out like Kesha's imagination.
Yeah.
So
She should brand that shit.
hell yeah. I think we should definitely.
What is it? $10?
Something like that. Like it's super cheap and you get to like super inconvenience somebody. So I
right.
think like we should definitely glitter
mean,
bomb Brian.
I want to. It's just like I want to be there when it happens. Though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe I'll glitter bomb you.
I mean, you can't glitter bomb me now. I know it's coming. Talk
I'll
about
find a way to sneak
no
it.
element of surprise there.
I'll find a way to sneak it.
No element of surprise.
I'll find a way to sneak it.
Yeah. Real quick, I wanted to shout out our friend Michael Gaines. He actually stopped by here about a week
Yeah.
ago. Missed you.
Yeah.
Missed you. Big-
He actually told me too. We literally missed each other. I came
We
like
were next door, yeah.
30 minutes later for lunch and I met you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I was just out there randomly. You were yelling into a phone, so you
Yeah.
were not in the best mood that day.
yeah. So
Like shit was going down that day.
yeah, shit was going down.
Yes.
No, that was when I was, about my new job.
Yes.
But yeah, I can't wait to do a podcast with him.
Yeah, he's a fellow podcaster.
fellow podcaster.
Does a podcast with a female co-host, as a
Yep.
matter of fact. And yeah, he's a big fan. It was cool. He was telling me, he's like, man, I found the show by accident one day. I'm like, hey man, I don't care how you find it.
Hey,
Like,
yeah,
stick with
shit.
it.
I don't care how you find it. Just if you like us, and so
Yeah, that's all to say. You're always welcome down here at the store if you want to hang out. And if you're listening, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Because we always appreciate it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go do some dress shopping.
Let's go dress shopping.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for a year of more fun.
A year.
A year.
We had 46 episodes.
Yep.
Can you believe that?
Yes.
Crazy.
So here's to the next year
yes, and more.
and more.
And more.
Yes.
It's been fun, right?
It has.
You're still gonna
It's
stick with
been
it?
like a crazy ride. It's definitely not something I saw myself doing, but here I am.
What's sitting across the table from an Asian?
Yes.
It's like, I never, why is this happening?
Why am I friends with you?
I know. It's just like, am I being punished?
Why do I have such bad luck?
I know. Wow. All right. See you later, everybody. Thank you.
See you later. Thank you.
This has been a production of SModco Internet Radio.